Amphorae, a portable container with two handles, were used extensively in ancient times. Thanks to their handles and pointed bottoms, they were suitable for transportation and storage. The most significant contribution of Amphorae to underwater archaeology was to show the location of ancient shipwrecks, first to sponge divers and later to archaeologists. Amphorae, the visible face of thousands of wrecks lying on the seabed and covered with sand and sea plants, provide information about the ship's history, trade, and origin of its cargo. Amphorae appear in different forms in various periods of history. With stamps on their handles and symbols representing wine production centers, they provide unique information about ancient trade and daily life. The seals and stamps on the handles and the amphora forms gave unique details on the ship's route, cargo, date, point of departure, and wine or olive production centers. Seal and stamps on amphorae also give information about the material, the manufacturer, and the trader on the amphoras. This information is sometimes engraved, painted, given even with the help of seals. Through the ages, amphorae changed and reached their most perfect form. The narrow long lower parts of the amphoras allowed them to be placed side by side on the ships without losing space. A narrow neck was used to close the mouth of the amphora, vertical and symmetrical handles for carrying, and a pointed bottom part served as a third handle and provided great convenience in transportation and storage. The amphorae used on land were partly buried in soil, while amphorae discovered on ships were stacked on top of each other and tied with ropes and bushes. Tree branches or mats were used to prevent amphorae from damaging each other in the ship's hull. In addition to the main items such as wine and olive oil, dried fish, fish sauce, honey, fruit sauce, incense, herbs were carried in the amphorae. In amphorae, generally 45 centimeters in height, sometimes reach up to 1.5 meters. When used for wine, 39 liters is the standard size. Ancient ships with a length of 15 to 20 meters carried about 2,000 to 3,000 amphorae, which even increased to 10,000 in large boats. According to the liquids they carried, wax, gum, or resin was used as insulation material in the amphoras. Stamps placed on the amphorae handles indicated the city where the wine was produced and showed the guarantee given for the transported cargo. They also provide information about ancient times' famous wine, olive, and grain producing centers. They gave unique details on the period's trade, daily life, and eating habits. Amphorae mouths are usually covered with terracotta stoppers and leather. Due to their form, symmetrical vertical handles, and pointed lower parts, the amphorae were easy to use for transportation and storing goods in ancient ships. Their weight allowed one person to carry the amphora alone. Another of the most significant contributions of amphorae to archaeology is that thousands of amphoras spread over the shipwreck, protecting the shipwreck and the cargo it was carrying like a shield. The wooden barrels that emerged in the Roman period and replaced the amphoras were destroyed over time and could not protect the wood and cargo of the ships like the amphorae. After the classical ages, a remarkable decrease is seen in the number of shipwrecks detected in the Mediterranean. It is seen especially in Italy from the 2nd and 3rd centuries. The first reason for this was the decrease in trade, which was very intense in the Roman period, and the other reason was that amphoras were replaced by leather overalls or wooden barrels. The barrels, which were previously used only for fermenting wine, were built by AD. They would have replaced the amphora in late antiquity with a more voluminous and coarser-looking barrel. Some manufacturers, who did not want to deal with many amphoras, used large containers called dolia holding 4,000 liters. Due to the difficulty of cleaning the amphora carrying olive oil, the inability to use some amphoras for other purposes, and the cheapness of the amphoras, the Romans destroyed millions of amphoras near the Tiber River in Rome. Therefore, the best proof of this practice is an artificial hill called Monte Testaccio, 45 meters high and 1 kilometer in diameter, created by broken amphora pieces thrown. In addition to transportation, amphorae are used for social, religious, and ceremonial purposes, as rewards in festivals, like tombstones and burial ceremonies, and sometimes to put the ashes of the dead.